Hey besties, let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? I'm so excited that Life After Lockup has started. Oh, how I miss thee. But baby, I got mad as soon as I saw Daniel and Bianca. Well, I can't take too much of them. And I know there's a couple that is supposed to be on this cast. There's already 6 couples. So I'm wondering, is Bianca and Daniel gonna get out of here real quick? Don't finish the season and be replaced, because I don't think we can deal with 7 couples. Now I know, every week everybody's not going to be on the show. They can rotate them in and out, I guess, honey. But baby, hey, welcome, besties. You are now behind the shade, and thanks for joining me. I recap your favorite reality shows weekly. Now let's kiki and ha and get into a new season and episode of Life After Lockup. I'm gonna say it's season 6, episode 1. They got it just the date. It says Life After Lockup, August 1st, and that's it. But I'm on the Googler, and the name of the episode is Read Between the Lines. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and change some things around and call it season 6, episode 1, Read Between the Lines. Now, besties, if you watch, how would you rate this week's episode? The first one, they're kind of just going through the motions, kind of giving you a preview, but it was cool. I just don't like Bianca and Daniel and Will and Courtney. But the thruple is back. Kiana, Demadric, and Joella, they're back. I can't rate it because nothing really happened tonight. Just got a little refresher of Remember Me from 4 months ago or whatever. But drop down in the comments. I can't rate it. I mean, what, a 6, a 5, 4? I don't know. But you drop down in the comments, besties. And thank you to my new subscribers. I see you. We getting up there. We getting up to 1,400 in a minute, and then we'll get to 1,500, and then we'll get to 2,000. Hey, and besties, ciao. What day was that? 2 days ago was my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. Yay, behind the shade. Yay, behind the shade. You guys, I am more than thrilled. I have not given up. I'm enjoying you and me and looking forward to the future of more to come. Please like the video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure your notification bell is on. I think I'm going to do away with ding dong. I think I'm going to do away with that. That was so in the first year. That was so last year. That was so I'm moved on. I'm going to retire ding dong. So make sure your notification bell is on so that you know each and every time I post my content. Oh, no more ding dong. So, I'm going to deal with the people I can't stand the most. And because I don't want to be the content creator that just does not discuss them, because there are some content creators that'll just put their picture up, don't say nothing, and go to the next person. And I think that's not giving the people what they came for. So, over in Phoenix, ride with me to Phoenix, y'all. Bianca and Daniel. Well, they're back, because didn't they break up at the end of the last? Okay, I don't remember. But they move into their new apartment. And I knew that they moved, so I guess I follow someone that keeps up. So they moved into their new apartment together. They, fresh start. Everybody loves it. Let's do it. We gonna do it. They got new dreams, hopes, and ambition. And so she says, yes, I have a 1 year lease on this apartment, and I expect him to propose to me within the next 4 months. And that's what I don't like about Bianca. When she's young, we do know, but you can't just be in relationships having your little secret expectations and your you just you can't you can't do that. You got to go with the flow. Set your what you want and everything, but like he said, what did he say? Being in a relationship with her, everything just seems so rushed and in a hurry. Like, why are you in such a hurry? Oh, did we know? Because I believe what we found out or what we know is she thinks she has to prove herself to her family because they doubt her or whatever, and she just feels like she got to prove them wrong because they probably didn't like that. You've been through this traumatic car accident. Sure enough, you survived, you won, you got a great settlement. But if you ain't working, you're going to run through that money quick. And he's already brought that up in tonight's episode. She won't get a job. And then you pack up and move from Florida to Arizona to be with a jailbird. Yeah, no, girl. So anyway, she likes her little promise ring, but she said there is an expiration date on this promise ring, honey. She like it, but she wants more. So we know Daniel now works for a moving company, and he wants her to get a job, but oh thing ain't she's not working, and he says she's running through the money. So she goes with him to a recovery gym, and this is a place where they feel like through your recovery and your soberness, working out is very important. Stimulates the brain, it gets you going and keep you focused. So she goes to work out with him. She can't hang. She don't have on the right bra, blah, blah, blah. So she lets us know, Miss Little Alcoholic, she has stopped drinking for Daniel and more so for herself. She says she just don't like the way it makes her feel. Well, boo, Bianca, you over drink. See, there's a difference between drinking and over drinking. You don't know your limits. So that's good that you stop because Daniel is prone to alcohol. So what we find out, y'all, is Daniel has fallen off the wagon. When he went to his cousins, he flew somewhere to his cousins. He had shots in the airport. You know, Being with Bianca, child, I ain't mad at ya. You know, that girl will drive anyone to drinking. So he hasn't told Bianca that he fell off. He's very disappointed in himself. And the lady, one of the trainers at the gym, they talk about how she can support him. So she's like, okay, so if I don't hear from you or see you, is it okay for me to call and check on you? Will you answer the phone? He's like, yeah, okay. So Bianca leaves him there. She meets, his friend's girlfriend, fiance, um, Celeste, she calls her. Um, Celeste is about to get married to Daniel's friend. What's his name? Gator. And so, Bianca doesn't like Gator because Gator don't like her. He told Daniel to run for it, run for it, run. So she meets her dad at the bridal shop. She's trying on dresses because her and Gator are getting married. She picks out a dress. Bianca loves it. And she lets her know that she is expecting their baby. And Bianca envies her because she wants to be pregnant and wants to get married. So, they decide, oh, well, let Bianca try on some wedding dresses. And she does. And she tries on a black wedding dress. Black. You hear me? Black. And so that's that on that. Moving on. Let's move on. Let's go. Since we on the West Coast, let's just move on over to California and Oregon. These people I really can't stand. Will and Courtney. Well, it's been 6 weeks since that girl got out of jail. Child. He's back in SAC. And since he left her, their communication has been terrible. He calling her mama looking for her. Mama ain't heard from her either. Come to find out, well, she calls him collect. While she was in the halfway house, they found GHB on her, which is a liquid ecstasy. They found it in her room, in her possession, and the girl is back in jail. And she on the phone crying. I need me to come back in here. And I said, that's probably what she was doing on her wedding night. Remember, he called her and she sounded out of her mind. And then she got mad at him for like, how you gonna say I was doing something? Girl, you sounded high. So, so then she gonna fadangle and tries to fadangle him, and hit him up for some money. Can you put my allowance on my books? He said no. You're supposed to be, I would do it for you. You're supposed to be there for me. And he was like, nah, girl, if you was cared about me, you wouldn't be there because you said you wasn't going back and you're there. So no, all bets are off. So then she said, well, are you going to pick me up when I get out? He was like, he shook his head no. And so he tells us, he did not plan on being a prison husband. And he is starting to second guess his marrying her decision, the decision to marry her. He's second guessing all of that. Yeah. He told her, well, what you can do is you can sit in there, eat that jail food, and be happy. Click. No, he didn't hang up the phone on her. No, he didn't hang the phone up. Yes, he did, honey. Well, let's go on over to Texas, honey, with them old folks. You know them folks, JK and Brooke. Now, remember, last season, she had his phone tracked. He was over to the ex-girlfriend Alex's house to have a talk. And you remember, Brooke got up, got mad. She was working with her mom, and she decided she was leaving. Mom was like, don't you leave. You got work to do. She was like, I'm out. And she left. Do you know, honey, Brooke got fired? Now, that's a family business, right? That's her mother's business. Or what are we thinking, y'all? Anyway, Brooke don't have a job. She got $23 to her name, and she over there at JK's mama's house, acting like she getting them going to work every day. Child, what in the world is happening? So she over at the mama's house. She trying to get pregnant. What? Why are you trying to get pregnant if you don't have a job? You just said life is hard, kids are expensive. Child, JK mama then pulled up how much it costs to raise a kid. Google said $375,000. I was like, in Texas? Child. So they at the house laying up on the floor with under a pillow. He didn't put some pre-seed lube in her vajayjay. This is to help his swimmers get to her to get her pregnant. Ma'am, why are you trying to get pregnant if he ain't got a job, you ain't got a job? But go off, girl. He said he don't have a job because he don't have his social security card. And I'm like, as close as your mama is to you, all in your business, she doesn't have your social security card stored away somewhere, like with your birth certificate and an expired ID, school ID, state ID, old driver's license. Like your mama don't have your paperwork together and in order. So, and he says, being a felon, this is going to lower his chances on getting a job. So his cousin was telling him about some job if you buy a truck and you can run product to this place to that place, just like a trucker, but not a big rig trucker. And he could make money doing that, and he would be on the road because he'll be hustling. And so she's like, well, how you going to be here with the baby if you on the road? And, she's like, she worried because she don't trust him. She said she can't trust him when he's not in her sight. I'm like, girl, well, you get on the truck and go with him then. You ain't got no job. Shoot. Your mama already with your kids all the time. But mama gonna put her foot down. So they sit down. Did she ask him? He asked her, "You still tracking my phone?" She gonna say, why? If you wasn't doing nothing, I wouldn't have to. He was like, I just think it's weird. That's all. So she asked him, "Well, why was you over at your ex's house?" And he like, it may seem stupid to you, but that was something I needed to do. He said no more. So then she leaves to go to work. So she think cute little romper Brooke had on. So his mama come out her room, tell Brooke, have a great day. So she telling JK, I stay in my room a lot because it seems, with her here all the time, my house is getting smaller and smaller. And they having, freaky times, freaky tales, and they're doing the do. And I'm wondering, where is the lady? Did she go reclaim her bedroom? Y'all out here getting it on in the living room, and the mama has a husband. Like, what is going on? So the mama asking JK, like, "Hey, you doing that? You using what I gave you? Talking about them condoms? Is she on birth control?" He like, "Mama, no, I want a baby." She like, "I know, but you got to get it together first." So Child Brooke goes to Bonnie's job. And Bonnie is JK's real close best friend, but also Brooke's roommate. So she's a waitress at this restaurant, little truck stop looking restaurant. And I forgot what it was called. It had some name anyway. So she tells her, like, you got to pay your half of the bills. I can't pay my half and your half. And I'm like, exactly. That's the point of having a roommate. If you could pay both, you would be living alone. Bonnie, like, well, I got sick that one week. I'm catching up. So Bonnie says she got two jobs. And I'm like, okay. Bonnie, get yourself together. So Brooke is like, I know you his friend, but who are you loyal to? Because me and you, we cool too. So, are you a girl's girl or are you a pick me? Bonnie is a pick me, Brooke, but she just got to talk to her, right? So she's like, tells her that she got fired for walking off her job to go chase behind JK. And so she's like, please don't tell me. She's like, I'm not. She said, because, JK will leave me if he find out I'm not working. Girl, how somebody who don't have a job, they going to leave you because you don't have a job and he don't have a job? You need to do what he doing. You need to leave him because he can't get a job. Child, and I'm wondering, when is he going to get his teeth fixed? Because y'all know he got his teeth done. But not yet. We ain't got there yet, honey. So she says that JK donates his plasma, child, and he gets $100 for that for the first 4 times. Then it drops down to $80, and he goes twice a week. You only can go twice a week. So he's only making like $160 a week. I'm like, Brooke, you don't have to struggle. You're choosing to struggle. You're choosing to struggle. Girl, you ain't got to struggle. You just don't. But let's move on over to Las Vegas. Child, what Michael and Justine gonna do is figure out how to stay on life after lockup, love after lockup. I mean, baby, they have got it together. So, honey, they are at home, and I believe all 9 kids are there. It's Thanksgiving. The baby is doing good. The baby, the baby from last season when she had us all crying and praying for her because we didn't know if she was gonna lose her life and the baby wasn't gonna get here because she had a high risk pregnancy. Well, Justine got her tubes tied. They're all in the kitchen cooking for Thanksgiving, making charcuterie boards and baking chicken and making mashed potatoes. Melody is there, his daughter from the East Coast. Girl, she done got into a fight, and honey, they say she won. He was like, oh yeah, she gave that girl a 2-piece special. Justine said no, she gave her the family pack. Don't mess with Melody. Melody says she's not proud of what she did. The girl came to her, and don't come for me unless I send for you. She Jackie Christie'd her. Let me stop. Well, Justine, well, wait a minute. Michael cut his hair. Child, and he looks good. Well, he's a handsome guy. Don't get it, was that? But it's like it's so weird seeing him with no hair, but he does look good. And being that he's picked up some weight, he looks smaller with the shorter hair. But he did have on all black. Um, so honey Justine say, hey, it's been 4 years. I done gave you two babies. I want a wedding. He said, you said the jail wedding was cool. Yeah, I changed my mind. Now that my tubes are tied, I can't give you no more kids. I'm about to get back to the old me. I'm gonna go ahead and need you to help me get this wedding together. So she's telling him her ideas. She wants a traditional Ghanaian. What is he? Guyanese child. Is it Guyanese? Uh-huh. She wants that style wedding. She wants to be in a castle, horse and carriage, with an elephant out front. She wants a $5,000 dress, a bomb cake. She wants elegance, elegance, elegance. And the price, $60,000. And so he over there stressed out, of course, because he has became friends with his barber. And his barber and a lady friend came over for dinner. They've been talking business about opening up a barber and beauty salon. And Mike has promised to get this guy put up 100,000 for this business. And if you're wondering where is he getting that money from, I don't know if he still work at the warehouse, but he said him and Justine, they rent luxury cars out. They have a fleet of 6 luxury cars, and they showed them, convertibles, BMW. He a BMW guy. But when he was sitting at the table, I saw like 2 Mercedes keys. Very familiar with those keys, and yeah. So that's what they're doing, and it's Vegas, so they balling. And his barber is a celebrity barber. Like when people come to town, they call him to cut hair. So Mike likes this. He likes the money and the fame because his last friend ended up having to unalive somebody. I don't know what happened to that producer guy. Did he go to? Do anybody know what happened? Anyway, he got a new friend who's not black and who ain't run around here unaliving people. But I think he had just cause for that situation. But he's telling the guy, I know I promised you this money, but this girl wants this wedding. She want to spend 60,000. I can't do both at the same time. And he just doesn't think it's a great business move because you can't make equity off of a wedding. Okay. So that was that with them. Moving on. Where y'all want to go next? We winding down. Let's go back to Texas to the throuple. Demadric, Kiana, Joella. Oh, child. Now remember, Demadric had moved out of Kiana's house. She put him out. He moved back with his dad. It's moving day. He outside playing basketball. Pops is like, I thought you was moving. Hurry up. I need your room. That's where I play my video games. I'm so mad that his daddy play video games at his big old age. This big old burly man with this big old white beard got the audacity. He got to be in his 50s. Maybe he's probably in his 50s. Talking about move out. I need to play my video games. And I'm like, sir, when we met you, you was in the living room on a couch with the controller in your hand. But go off, Pops. So Kiana, he moving back to Kiana's house with her and her 2 kids. Besties, I told y'all last season that girl had a baby. Because the first time we saw Kiana, when she was driving, I guess, to work, there was a car seat in her back seat. I remember seeing it and I never saw it again. I said, this girl got kids. Uh-huh, she do. Because why is she in the house? Because she got kids. So she has 2 kids, a 7-year-old boy and a 5-year-old girl. So they sitting in confessionals together. He sit there first. She comes out. They kiss. So he says this is their 3rd time trying, and the 3rd time is the charm. Kiana looking at us like, nah. It ain't the third time. I know. I know, y'all. This more like the 16th time. But y'all know I'm going to stick beside him because I love him. And I don't know why I put up with him, but I do know I love him. Child. So Joella. So wait, he lets us know that there was some cheating going on. That he think he got his mind right. He know Kiana's the best thing for him. His dad even said that was a good pick. And I said, as much as he was teasing her, so Joella is at the house getting ready for her son's birthday party. And some table came and he was supposed to come over and help her put the table up, but he never came. So her family member is over to help. She's salty because he done got back with Kiana. Girl, don't hate the player. Hate the game. And Joella, you need to grow up. You need to close your legs and stop playing with him. Just because he pumping babies out of you, yeah, and he's still just disrespecting you, not choosing you, going there with his ex-girlfriend each and every time. He continues to pick and choose her. You need to stop your mess. You need to stop. You need to wake up and move on. And you know you need to, but you caught up in the rapture of love. But you need to stop because it's not love, it's lust. Okay? So, Joella told Demadric that Kiana cannot come to the kid's birthday party, but her kids can come. She makes that very clear. Her kids can come, but she can't come. Ma'am, her kids are 7 and 5. They ain't going nowhere without me. They ain't old enough to just be going places without me. And so their son, DJ, he's 5. So I guess he's turning 6. I mean, that no, no, my kids ain't coming. And I get that she don't want Kiana there. I get it. If I'm throwing my son a birthday party, I don't want bad energy and nothing I'm putting my time, money, and energy into either. I understand that, but is that why she don't want her to come? Nope. We got a reason, but if y'all not cool, you shouldn't be coming. And Kiana, you shouldn't want to come. Don't come bringing that bad energy with them eyeballs, how you be looking like you be looking. Girl, you don't bring the right energy. I'm with Joelle like that. Like, don't come. You don't come. So she says, Kiana been doing too much. So I was like, girl, what she been doing? She said, yeah, she want her man just that much, and she want me to leave him alone. Then leave him alone. Why do you think it's okay to still have relations with him? Because y'all got kids. You need to respect yourself some more, Joella. She talking about, he keep going back to her. It must be her cooch. Well, it ain't yours. It ain't yours. And you had kids. It probably is. And along with other things. Your energy, you vibe low. Like your whole energy be low. You be weighed down. You got a lot on you. Joella, you got a lot on you. You just look just like you just stressed out all the time. And it's probably because of him. I've never seen you upbeat and happy. You always just quiet like you up to something. So she said, I know he talking to other women because he ain't never been faithful. He always moving on to somebody else. Girl, okay, well then that should be another reason why you want to move forward is leave him alone. So Demadric over at the house settling in with Kiana and her kids. They sit on the couch being a family. Then he tells her, well, I got to get up and go to my baby mama house. And Kiana just looking like, okay. And he like, I got to go because DJ birthday this week and I got to go see what's going on, see what he needs. So he goes over to Joella's house with pizza in tow for the kids. He got to feed the people. And so, they sitting down. So they excuse the kids, and I like that. Y'all go in the room and go eat. So he asked her, how come, Kiana can't come with her kids to the party? And so she like, she just can't come. The kids can come, but she can't. So honey, Joella tells us that Kiana was going through Demadrick's phone and found some pictures of her, very and she posted the pictures of Joella on her Facebook, on social media. This woman in the bathroom, half naked, and she posted them. DeMondre think it's funny. They go back and forth and back again because Joella is like, I'm bringing everything to the table. I don't have no respect for you or her. I'm coming full throttle on you. He like, don't you come messing up my thing with her. You better leave her alone. Let it go. Leave her alone. Do what you got to do. And she like, And I'm like, well, why was you sending him pictures anyway? Why do you? I know, baby, you in love with him. He your baby daddy. He say he wanna come back home. He say he miss you. He's playing the game, girl. He's doing whatever it takes to get you wet and open up and let him come on in and do his thing. I'm surprised that's still working on you, girl. You got 2 kids for him or one? 2, right? She got 3 kids total, but one ain't his and one, oh child, whatever. Girl, Joella, you are almost 30 years old. Girl, go find you a stepfather for them children. Now, baby, we got to go on over here to Iowa, Colorado, whatever, honey. Baby, Keith is finally out of jail. Look, we've been waiting on Keith, child. Letitia done been to jail herself. She done opened up businesses, closed business, got evicted. Over there, child, raising the kids, bad wig after bad wig, lashes half hanging off, child, broken fingernails, child. The struggle has been real, and it is finally over for Miss Letitia. Is it Letitia? She's Letitia, right? Child, Keith is home with his foreign self. So she lets us know they've been together for a little bit over 4 years. They've been married for 2. She met him. She met him how? Through somebody. He was in jail. She was like, oh no, I need somebody that's free, but we could be pen pals. And then she fell in love. Of course you fell in love. He sent you pictures. He foreign, locks, was in shape, talking that talk, girl. Yeah, you fell in love. Oh, you sure did. I fell in love with Chubb. I'm looking at him on TV. So she looks so much better now. Because you know what I said last season, how she came on that show. She knew he wasn't getting out. She fandangled production to get back on TV so she could get her check. And I get it. Ponytail is nice, got a little baby hair, and her lashes are put together. They ain't falling off, half on, little, no lashes were missing. She looked good. Hair done, eyelashes done. She looked good. So she's in Colorado to get him out. She had to meet him at a bus station or something. And so she rented, she went, packed up his stuff, had all these designer name brand, everything. Girl, she didn't rented an Escalade limousine to pick him up in. Child, she talking about we gonna drive back to Iowa, which is a 20-hour drive. 20 hours? But she don't care because she gonna be with her man, girl. She been waiting. So she goes, she meets up with him. He presents flowers to her. Somebody in prison made like a bouquet of roses out of something. It was very beautiful. It was nice. It was even wrapped in green paper, but I don't even know if it was real paper or not. The people in jail are very creative. Did y'all see the roses, the bouquet? That was really nice. And it was just nice that he knows how to be a man and knows what to do, right? So he presented her with flowers. He had drawings of her. It was just so cute. And she got the limo decorated, honey. Balloons, rose petals, champagne, blah, 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 honey. Now, you know, she's about to greet him, honey, under that little trench coat she has on. She got on some pink lingerie, honey, with the pink little furry shoes to match. She was cute, and her body is cute. So, you know, yeah, so they hug the flowers, you know, woo, 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 the drawings, they happy, kissing, blah, blah, blah. So he go change into some of his street clothes in the restroom, and she got the flowers. She is crying. She is overwhelmed, full of joy, so happy. Emotions are flowing, right? And so when they get to the limo, he gets in and he turns around and she flashes him. And he was like, "That's how we do it. That's how we do it." And so they get in and pop the bottles. And she said, "We gonna ride all the way back." And he like, "Well, no, wait, wait, wait. No, 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 no. I just got out. I gotta get on that bus back to Iowa. If she could get on with him." But he don't want to risk nothing going wrong where he got to go back because he didn't make it to the halfway house in time. And so she said, "Okay, you know, as long as we together." I'm like, "Girl, that's how you be getting in financial debt. And I get you going all out for your man. That's why you got on this show last season, so you can get your little check and have everything together. You was good with that." But she said the case, one of her clients is suing her, and it's pending because she pleaded not guilty for that or whatever. Blah blah blah. She said she still got her business, honey. I said, "Girl, if you don't stop lying to us, let me see you go to work. Let me see you go to work." And that was the end of the show, besties. I think it's gonna be pretty good. We have Letitia and Keith. We got Will and Courtney, Demondre, Kiana, and Joella. We got Michael and Justine. They know how to stay on this show, child. And we got JK and Brooke, and we have Bianca and Daniel. And who was girl? I'm not even gonna see her try to remember. You know the couple from New York, the pastors, the PK. What's her name? Light skin with the bad skin, with the cute little guy, with the cute little daughter, with the baby mama that don't like her. They supposed to be on, so we'll see them soon. And I'll see y'all. I'll be back with another recap, besties. It'll be Love and Marriage Huntsville tomorrow. It'll probably be up. I'm gonna try to get it out tomorrow night. I got some things going on, and I'm gonna be busy on Sunday too. I'm so glad I don't have to review Atlanta because I'm gonna be in them streets all day Sunday. So I guess I'll get Love and Marriage Huntsville out to you guys. I don't know. I do. I have Monday morning off, so it might be late if I don't get it out on Saturday. But look for it. Make sure your notification bell is on. Ding dong. Oh, I didn't retire it. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Make sure your notification bell is on so that you know when I post. And I'll be back with another recap. Bye, bestie.